Here we are again with free birth charts. This is Daveigh Chase's birth charts. And this is how it reveals her cause of passing away, and it matches up with it. And it's crazy how this is predestined or something. I don't know, or whatever those words are. I don't know. Okay, let's get real. She's a Leo. Isn't that groovy? She's so fun. Her Ceres is also in Leo, which means she can heal people's ego and by her performance or something, and just her light being around her, and all that fun stuff. And she's fun. Her Mercury is in Leo, so when she speaks, people listen. Hello, my favorite placement for Mercury to be in, for real. And her moon is in Virgo. Ew, but it's in the 11th house. So she could be like a true friend, whatever, but her moon is in Virgo, so she might be really critical of herself, and her mom might be critical and might be prejudiced, racist, or whatever, and treat her like an outcast. And since it's in the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius, okay, so her 10th house looks like it's in Leo on the cusp of Cancer, everyone's mother in the public's eye, like when she's on camera and stuff. And then her 4th house would be literally Aquarius. So yeah, it's in the 4th house. There it is. And then her Saturn's in Capricorn on the cusp of the 3rd and the 4th. So her home could be given to her and taken away from her by her dad and her siblings. What is Neptune? When she wakes up, she probably likes to get wasted when she wakes up, and she's ready to work and be serious, Capricorn. And then when she goes to bed, and her philosophy is the 9th house, which is in Cancer and on the cusp of Gemini. There's a lot of cusp on here. And so she likes to talk before she goes to bed. She runs off her nerves. She can't sleep. And she wants a home and family and be caring and mothering and nourishing when she goes to bed. And her Venus is in Cancer, so she treats everyone like she's a sweetheart. She does things that people might not recognize behind the scenes. When they'll miss her when she's gone. She probably treats people with affection, like takes them out to eat and stuff like that, or wants to go be at home together. And let's see, her Chiron looks like it is in Cancer. So that's all she wants to. She has to heal herself emotionally, mother herself, and her Jupiter's in Cancer. She might be lucky with a home and lucky with making other people feel like her family. She adopts other people as her family, and that's how she tries to heal herself, by getting a home and a family and a mothering and nurture herself, because like, look how her mom and dad treated her. Okay. And look how she did have a home and it was taken away from her. And that's her Saturn, which is on the cusp of 3rd house and 4th house, which is her home right there. And her mom treated her like an outcast in Aquarius, 4th house Aquarius, home life, where she doesn't feel like she fits in everything and just rather isolate. And then, not be in the public, but when she's in the 10th house public's eye, she acts like a total Leo herself, and it's on the cusp of Cancer, mothering and nourishing everyone, the queen of the stage or whatever, the mother of stage, and treats everyone, intimately. And then what is going on is she's a Scorpio rising, excuse me. She comes off as a Scorpio, but she's a Leo, and her moon's in Virgo. So she likes day-to-day routine, but also outside the coloring box, 11th house kind of stuff. Her 12th house is in Libra, which means she has a beautiful soul. And her first house is on the cusp of Libra, so she'll have a beautiful face, and she'll come off as sexual, desirable, threatening, like Scorpio, um, and be suspicious of people and stuff, but still wants to be wild and have a good time, and also be embarrassed easily because it's on the cusp of Libra. But her 12th house literally is in Libra, so she'll have a beautiful soul. And she has this symbol, but Neptune is in her 3rd house, so she likes to do things like get wasted when she wakes up or whatever. And it's in Capricorn. She'd have challenges with this and opportunities. And she would, and it's on the 4th, and so she'd feel weird about having fun, but I'll get opportunities to have fun, like, but restricting, and she'd rather work than play kind of thing. But then again, yeah. So her 5th house and is in Pisces. So when she goes to parties and stuff, she likes to get wasted, be hippie and stuff like that, however. And unconditional loving, chameleon, emotional stuff. But this is why I'm trying to talk about 6th house in Aries, daily routine, $5. Her okay, this is where her cause of passing away is allegedly, trigger warning, what's it called? Allegedly, because, but it matches like with her cause of passing. It makes sense. Her 8th house is literally in Gemini, and it's on the cusp of Taurus. And her Mars here is in Taurus. That means she doesn't like to get mad easily. It takes her a lot. You nitpick her, and then she'll scold you, and you wish you never messed with her. Especially her Scorpio protective face rising, but also comes across as a love, as an identity. I'm with you. I'm with somebody. I'm with somebody. I am who I am with this person. I'm with a person is how she's an item, as her rising sign will identify herself with it, and she'll identify as a Scorpio person, like, wild child or whatever. But anyways, like occult knowledge person, like the Rain girl, she belongs in scary movies, and she'll be a good performer. Her Leo 10th house, and her Mercury girl, yes. She'll sound very serious when she talks. The 3rd house being Capricorn, and it will in Neptune there, so wasted stuff. And her dad would give her a reputation maybe, and then take away from her, and then or her mom. Also, it means that she'll have a home and it'll be taken away from her, and she'll have a career and it could be taken away from her, just like Gina just slid out from underneath her, like this opportunity to have this great reputation, like career, and stage stuff, which did happen to her, and that's awful. That her cause of passing. It literally is in Gemini on the cusp of Taurus, which means she'll have a beautiful financially secure passing. I'm not sure. And it's Mars in Taurus. So 7th house she will attract a lot of in your face kind of people, upfront people, aggressive people, and rich people, beautiful people, stable people, and she'll come across as chaotic and stuff, and also fake, phony, and Libra-like and beautiful, because Libra, rising sign, and stuff like that. Okay, so since her 8th house of passing, and before she goes to bed, it runs off her nerves or whatever, but she's very sweet in love. She's, but once her mother approval, but obviously forget her. She was probably a beach, because also the 4th house in Aquarius and stuff like that. And the Saturn being there was like both of her parents or give her home and then take it away from her. But also she has the opportunity to get it herself and work really, really hard to get that and stuff like that. And just have challenges with that. This could cause, lots of things. Homelessness, 4th house, Saturn, cusp, 3rd house. And the cows are passing Gemini, right? On the cusp of Taurus, but Mars is in Taurus, which Mars does rule the blood. So it could have been a blood infection, which she did. And also, Gemini rules the lungs. She literally did have, I'm going to show you what her passing is. I'm going to share the screen and show you, how do I share this screen? Like her lungs passing away, which is Gemini or whatever. And I'll show you. Here it is. How official cause of passing is this. Okay. It was autoimmune deficiency syndrome, which was like this word or whatever. And it's public knowledge, and chronic polysubstance use listed as a significant contributing condition, but literally this other stuff, she was at 35 years old, blood infection and malnutrition, and there's this other word that has to do with her lungs. This chronic okay. There's another thing like she had, I don't remember where it's at, but let's look it up. I'm going to look this up. Let's see. It was pass from lung problems. I mean, did Davis Chase did not pass away from lung problems? No, but there was something else that did affect the lungs. She had sepsis and leading to organ failure and several blood infections or whatever. And Mars does rule the blood, so Mars and Taurus in the 8th house would be her. Oh, here it is. This thing, meningitis thing. Sepsis results in organ failure. But this word does have to do with the lungs, but it says not the lungs. But let's look at this. Swelling of protective tissue around your brain, spinal cord, bacterial fungus infection. But yeah, Mars rules the blood, so there you go. Does it have to do with the lungs? Is what I wanted to know. Germs from the lungs can travel through the blood to the brain. And also, if it has to do with the brain passing, it would be Gemini, because all the air signs rule the brain, but mainly Aries rules the brain. And this right here is Mars. Mars is ruled by Aries. It rules the brain, and it also rules Scorpio, which is this ginger organs or whatever, and the blood. So this is why this share screen, the birth chart, here it is, I suppose. Share the 8th house, Gemini, Mars, Taurus, but that's also in the 7th house. So, but it's this Taurus is in the cusp of the 8th house, Gemini, and that was her passing, and that just reveals that. Does that make sense? It just fits there. It makes sense there. Whatever is clever, whatever is clever, whatever is clever. Venus and Cancer is really sweet relationship people. Yeah. So unusual relationships, opposition, Venus. That's the glory of love. And there's a little tidbit of what that is for her.